welcome back to my channel. My name is Hia, aka Teacup Simmer, and this is another part of our niche series, and we are back with our Lazuli Tribe, where our beautiful Lazuli creatures, our water body creatures, our givers, and all of our other factions are all making a big move over to a different section of the island. Because if you guys don't remember from in our last episode, the beautiful Mantella, the leader and overall priestess of the great goddess Lapis Lazuli, announced to the tribe that the oceans had informed her that the warrior faction would be the one to rule the tribe in the next generation. And so with a lot of warrior babies being born recently, the warriors kind of took over by default, not necessarily by default, but by the goddess command and by default because there's so many of them, and decided that they wanted to move into the deeper, darker grasses of the island over in this area, slowly leading toward this fairly dangerous looking port, which I'm not sure if they're going to go towards. They may end up deciding to go to this flowery port, and we're not sure yet. But currently the tribe is moving over into the darker areas of the island, the areas that are not cleared out by grasses, and the warriors are going to be telling a lot of our travelers who have a twitch in their fingers to clear out grass that they can only clear out clear, straight paths. They can't clear out everything around them. They have to clear out a path only maybe one or two paths. They can't clear out the entire area because the warriors like to spend their time hiding in the grasses, searching for bunnies, searching for moles, knocking it down, berry bushes, all of that fun stuff. So everyone is kind of making that mild migration over into this area, and the water body creatures, realizing that they're not going to be able to stay in their previous home, they are making the move over into the waters of the inner parts of the island, and hopefully gonna make it up this way or through the grasses over into this little cove here, so that they can be a little bit more comfortable and finally get into the water once again. But currently they're just gonna have to deal with being on land, which they don't really enjoy. But that's pretty much what's going on in our Lazuli tribe, you guys. Right now we have a lot of creatures sitting on nests. We have Uma, who is on her last few days of life, and we have Gold, who is also on her last few days of life, getting ready to have a couple of babies. I don't know if she's gonna try and have any other babies outside of Ash and the one she has on the way. She had a small romance with Lionfish, but Uma has never been one for like romantic ideas of what love is. She pretty much decided that, oh, it's my time to have children, so she decided to have babies, and Lionfish was an attractive male who seemed to be interested in her. But she has been teaching her little baby Ash kind of about his heritage as a giver, because that is mostly what he is. He has that nimble fingers, he has the medium body, he has that brown light beige coloring that tends to be the staple of our givers. So he's kind of being pushed into that side of our faction. I'm not sure what her other baby is going to look like. The other baby might have a water body. We never know. Ooh, that'll be interesting. What if the baby has water body? Ooh, I'm so excited. But we're going to end up skipping the day just to see what the babies are going to look like. All right, Uma, what type of baby are we going to have? Look at her! Oh, she's so cute! Oh, she's adorable! Anako. Or not Anaka? Anako? She's super cute. Oh, she's adorable. I think I want to call her... that is not what I meant to press. So, Anako... I think we're going to name her Acorn, because that is basically the thing that Uma has been spending most of her time on the entire time she's been sitting underneath this tree. And this little one is going to have beautiful little horns, which means she's going to have a hard exterior. That's really cute. So Acorn is our newest little member of the tribe. Welcome, Acorn. So it looks like she has that water body in her inactive traits. She shares a lot of traits with her brother. Let's see. She has that water body. She has the webbed hind legs. She has good fertility. She's not bad. She's like her brother. She doesn't really have too many things like different about her really. Let's have Ash come over here, work on knocking down those nuts. We'll have Sandollar come over here and kind of show him how it's done. Let's see. I heard a bunny. We have a lot of creatures to deal with. No! Ahmet has passed away. Oh, poor Larima. She's probably so sad. She's probably gonna come over to where they first met and kind of sit on the bunny stump. This is pretty much where her mother passed away, where her love of her life just passed away. Oh, that's so sad. Tanuvan! Look, we have another traveler, you guys, and he has nimble fingers, water body inactive, and he has those ram horns. So he is a great addition to our traveler line too. Oh, that's great. I like this. I like this a lot. So we have Ibai, Tanuvan. We're going to name you something different. Let's look at him. I think we're going to go with... Let's go with Urchin. Because he has that dark red to his horns that I like. That reminds me of a sea urchin. So Gold, you're gonna stay over here and pick up your berries. It looks like Ibai is gonna spend a little bit of time with his brother. Aqua is going to start traveling, which is her nature. Same with Sunstone. I think Sunstone's gonna kind of lead the way for her, kind of show her how she's supposed to go. Raisla, I don't think she smells any roots right here. Let's send her this way. These guys are staying out in the corners. This is our very, very secretive little set up part of the tribe that is our wanderer section. These guys have started their own little families back here because they didn't fit in with any of our factions, and they weren't really too happy about that. So these guys are basically going to started their own family back here, started clearing out their own little area hidden from all the rest of the tribe. So they're going to be in their own little world back here. Raisla would actually participate, but she is completely infertile, so she's kind of working as like a nanny slash a food gatherer just to make sure that everyone over here has what they need. And in the meantime, our warriors, who aren't really waiting for the givers at all, are dashing into the grasses, extremely excited to finally be out of the open. Miana, I think, is going to start clearing out those paths that she knows she's going to have to start working on now that all of her children and her brother's children are going to start running into the grasses. Jasper is going to start hunting. He is very eager, just like his brothers and sisters. Dio, let's send him over here. He should be able to get this bunny. There we go. Amethyst, I think as one of Ahmet's children, she's gonna want to start exploring out this way. These guys are just looking for food. Knuku is an intruder and he would not be welcome here, so let's try and get him to leave. Rose, I think Rose would be upset about hurting a fellow creature, but he would be listening to his father Flounder, because they want to make sure that their new area, their new territory is safe for all of the other creatures, because that is one of the major roles of the warrior, which is to make sure all other creatures are safe in the tribe. So we're gonna send C up this way. Let's see. Mantella is going to start working her way up into that area. Lionfish is just going to start fishing, probably wanting to keep an eye on Uma now that she had their first baby. So Sporina is probably not going to be too excited about having to leave her family nest. They've been spending time and taking care of these bushes since they were born, so I don't think they're going to be too excited about having to leave. So I think this is where we're going to skip the day. I think everybody's getting a little bit used to having to make all of these changes. A lot of our creatures are going to keep passing away since we do have a lot of them. We're not going to have too many more babies at this point. So Sanddollar is going to have to come over here and look after the youngest member of the Giver faction. And we're going to have Ash pick up this food. Let's have Star pick some stuff up as well. So we keep hearing bunnies. Usama is going to pick this up. Dio is going to be back over here. I don't see any bunnies, but doesn't mean that there aren't any. Let's see, there's a bunny over there. Aqua is actually not that great at bunny hunting, so because she's a traveler, she doesn't have that good of strength, so she only has 2 strength because of her claw. So that might do her some good. So we're gonna send Urchin with his brother to go off this way. Gold is just going to pick these berries. I think now that C is gone, I don't think she's really going to want to spend too much time worrying about things. Mantella is going to do her darndest to just get back in the water as soon as she leaves it. And I think C is going to try and say hi to his daughter, who I need to make sure we keep her colors right. So yeah, they're probably going to sit and have a little bit of a conversation before she dashes off into the grass to meet up with Miana over here. And Miana is probably going to tell her how the grasses are going to be, how they're going to be cutting through the grasses around here. Mostly because all of the warriors don't necessarily like having everything cleared out for them. But it looks like the savannah has a lot of regrowing grass, whereas like this area doesn't particularly have too much of it. So let's see, are there anything that they can smell with their noses? Storm probably can't smell too much of anything. Let's see, Dio, Jasper, do you smell anything? There's a bunny over here. Let's see, Rose is probably going to keep having to fight it. Oh no, Rose had to keep fighting that wanderer, and he was not happy about it, but he had to fight it because they weren't part of the family. Onyx is probably not as disturbed by it as Rose is. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna make Amethyst. I think Amethyst was designated leader, so we're gonna have this area opened up, I think. So we're gonna have this path that's that Aqua and her brothers are going to start working on. Carve through this area. Most of this place is still gonna stay in darkness, I think. Missila, you're gonna be here, love, and you're just gonna pick up as many berries as you want. Sporina is gonna pick up the berries. She still wants to take care of this area. Let's see, are there any fish for him to pick up? So Lionfish is making his way slowly this way. Mantella, she's getting a little bit older. I don't think there's anyone she can really have a baby with, at least not that I can think of. She might be able to have a baby with one of our warriors possibly, but she has like those water body genes that we really want to keep in the family. Let's see. There is a mole over here. I think that's everyone. So it's mostly just Onyx and Flounder and Rose. So let's see, is there something for Rose to knock down? No one here has the Poison Fang, so Rose can knock that down. So let's have him move here. Nope. Flounder. Flounder missed it. Okay, so there isn't really much of anything for them to hunt over here. We're not really seeing anything dangerous pop out. So let's check on our wanderers over in this corner. Oh, they had an albino baby. I think that would definitely not necessarily bother Cianala, but it would definitely surprise her because she would never have seen a creature that color before. So let's see. She's probably gonna call Von Kirvan over to watch after it because she's like, I don't really know what to do with this because it looks very strange and I don't really know if it's natural. So let's see. There's a bunny over here. She has one move left, so let's have her son come over here and swipe this. Just so that we can make sure we get some food. And then he can come over and clear away these berry bushes just so that they can keep making sure that these guys can sustain themselves. I think that's everyone. It's just the givers are very stubborn. It doesn't look like they want to move from their spot too much. And these guys are being very, very excited about being able to move around in the grasses like this. Dio is basically teaching Storm and Jasper how to get around in the grasses and not be seen by bunnies, and Flounder is doing a very bad job at teaching Rose how to be a little bit tougher than he was, because as a young one he tended to take care of the bunnies and not really pretend to not have as much energy to swipe at them, and that's not necessarily how a warrior should be. And Amethyst and her brother are out here basically searching and looking through the grasses to kind of see what they can find. They're trying to make sure that they kind of scout out the area while they make sure that the travelers behind them clear out that path that they need. But I'm not sure how well the path is going to stay from the savannas, and they might have to clear out a different one because some of the savanna areas just don't stay down. So I think let's skip another day and see if we can get everybody else moving. Oh no, Gold passed away. So we're going to have these guys keep moving. See, Ibai, can you get it? No, let's see, can Urchin get it? There we go. So Ibai is gonna leave his brother in the dust. Let's see. C is gonna try his best to get back in the water. But Mantella is on her way back to the ocean. She does not want to be here in these really clear waters. And I think on the way, Onyx is going to see her, and I think he's going to want to follow her. Let's see. Amethyst is going to be the same way, not necessarily because of her, but just because she wants to keep exploring. They've spent most of their lives in that small little area protected by their family, and now they finally get to explore together. Rose is left all alone now that his dad passed away, so I think he's going to want to spend the time with his siblings, and these guys are all over here in this corner over here looking for bunnies and hunting. Miana passed away too, so we had a lot of creatures pass away in the last bit, and so Aqua is on her own trying to clear out these pathways. We're gonna have to send her brothers in there and to help her out. The wanderers over here are just going to spend a lot of their time looking for food in their little section. Let's see, let's have let's have the little one move this way, and let's have Cianala swipe that mole meat up. These guys are basically taking over this entire territory, which is perfectly fine for them. Let's see, Sporina, now that she's picked off her last berry, is finally going to be forced to go this way. Ash, I think, is going to find it interesting that he's also going to be able to use his claws also from picking up nuts to working on getting bunnies. So let's see. Sand Dollar is gonna follow his family. Acorn, who's a fast little thing, is going to follow her brother, hopefully seeing their father in the water on their way over. So Lionfish is trying to get all the way back into the streams as well. These guys don't have too long, but I think they're gonna want to try and get back to the water before too long anyway. So maybe we might have Mantella scoot over here into this cove across this area rather than having to go all the way out and around. She'll just cross this little bit and probably set up a nest in the water over here on the beach. Let's have Van Kiervan and his baby stay close together. Let's see, Masila is really nice with her berries. I think she's perfectly fine with those. Usama is on her last day of life, and I think she'd want to stick close to the place where she had most of her children. And I think she could still smell them in the grasses over here. Even though she can't see them, she knows they're really close. So we're gonna give Usama her final gem. We'll give Jasper his final color. And let's see, we'll give Rose his final color. So these guys are going to be our main warriors. Our warriors seem to outnumber all the other creatures in our tribe, which is perfectly fine, but we want to make sure that we at least get to take care of all of our other babies. So let's see, Usama is going to come over here, and then let's see, Jasper is going to help everyone out. So these guys are going to do a lot of hunting in this area, while it looks like the givers are slowly going to make their way into this area to start taking advantage of all the berry bushes that are in here. Because once the givers get in here, they're going to start spreading out and taking over territory, and the pathways are going to start being built. So we'll probably have one path going this way, up this way, another path going this way that Aqua and them are going to build. I think these guys are probably going to start finding out what the boundaries of the territory are over here and hunting some of the fish and stuff over this way, especially if Mantella ends up kind of mixing her genes in with this part of our line. It's definitely going to get interesting, because these guys also have a lot of claws and a little bit of that swimming tail in there, so they might have some babies that might be some good water body fishers, hopefully. Cross your fingers. I think this is where we're going to end this part right here, you guys, just because we've kind of gotten to a point where our little factioned group is finally finding their place again. The younger warriors are trying to figure out what they're going to do now that their parents are passing away, and all of our other babies are kind of getting out of their own ways and finding out if they're going to like this new way of doing things. That now that the warriors are in charge, they won't be out in the bright sunlight in the places where their families have lived for generations. Now they're going to be in the dark grasses where anything could happen and anything could spawn and anything could come after them, which might be a little bit scary when you first start out, but it also leaves a lot of mystery and adventure open. So I hope you guys are enjoying this episode or enjoying this series. Please let me know down in the comments if you guys have any ideas, or if you guys want me to start any other challenges in niche. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and please subscribe if you really love me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.